Hello students, welcome to the English class. Today we are going to discuss the poem of your book Woven Words, and the name of the poem is Hawk Roosting, and it is written by Ted Hughes. In this poem we are going to discuss about the poet, about the poem, and stanza wise explanation plus the revision of all the things which we will learn during the discussion of the poem. Before moving forward, let us discuss about the poet Ted Hughes. He was born in 1930. He completed his education at Pembroke College at Cambridge. He married to Sylvia Plath, who is also a known poetess. He tried to make living in America by teaching and writing. Finally, he returned to England. He had a quality of writing. He mainly writes about birds and animals with many special phrases. He died on 1998. Now let us discuss about the poem. The poem Hawk Roosting is in the form of a monologue. Hughes gives a poetic voice to a wild animal, permits it to speak to us as though it were human. And ultimately, we come across the extreme limitation of the bird's perspective. Hawk roosting thus refers to the corruption that mankind experiences through the people who feel all-powerful. Now, students, let us read the poem line by line so that the introduction will be more clear to you. I sit in the top of the wood, my eyes closed. In action, no falsifying dreams. Between my hooked head and hooked feet, or in sleep, rears perfect kills and eat. Let us see its explanation. Hawk says that by sitting on the top of a tree in a jungle and by closing eyes, he remains in the position of silence and his beak remains hooked. And his joint claws have made a strong grip on the branch on which he is sitting. In his meditation, he does not give place to any imagination except the reality, or in his mind he only practices about how without being noticed he can attack on his prey. Here in this poem, the hawk resembles a politician who tries to exploit the common people without being noticed. And even in the meditation, means even when they remain silent, they just try to make plans that how without being noticed they can take advantage of the common people. The convenience of the high trees, the air's bouncy and the sun's ray are the advantage to me, and the earth's face upward for my inspection. Let us see its explanation. This paragraph shows the advantages of being a hawk. You all know that hawk is the mightiest bird, and it has a benefit that he can sit on the highest trees and exhibit all the things around. The air provides him facility to fly in air, and the mighty sun provides the best power to him. And the earth also faces upward so that the hawk can exhibit her. Means hawk is saying that he is so powerful that even the earth, who gives survival to every creature, is just to turn its face towards the hawk so that hawk can visualize each and everything. My feet are locked, and the rough bark it took the whole of creation to produce my foot, my each feather, now I hold creation in my foot. Here, the hawk is saying that his claws are holding the branch of the tree very tightly. And he is so proud of his claws and his body, as he says God has put all his powers to make the claws of the hawk and the feathers of him. He thinks that with the help of his claws, he can control the whole world, or fly up and revolve it all slowly. I kill where I please because it is all mine. There is no sophistry in my body. My manners are tearing off heads. So, here the hawk is saying that means the whole world is mine. Means he is very proud of his power. And here in this stanza, he is saying that as a hawk, he is saying either he is sitting on a branch or flying in the air to find his prey. The animal which he finds appropriate to kill, he kill it. And he thinks that to kill other animals is the birthright of the hawk. And he thinks that everything is made for his comfort and his body is made for all these reasons only, and his habit is to tear all the body parts of his prey. Means all the things are planned as per the convenience of the hawk. Hawk is saying that, and he is saying that he has the power that he can decide that whom to kill and where to kill his prey. Let's see the fifth stanza. The allotment of death for one path of my flight is direct. Through the bones of my living, no arguments assert my rights. So let us see the explanation of fifth stanza. Normally the hawk says that his fly means death of an animal. Means whenever it flies from a certain place, he just fly to catch his prey, to attack over his prey. He is proud of his ability to catch an animal, and he thinks that if an animal is caught, it is particular that the animal will be killed. He says that he is having a birthright to kill an animal, and this right is not given to him after any debate, means after any argument. Means it is his birthright and he can take it without any argument to anybody. Let us move towards the sixth stanza of the poem. The sun is behind me, nothing has changed since I began. My eye has permitted no change. I am going to keep things like this. So let us see the explanation of sixth stanza. Here the hawk is saying that the sun is behind him, and he thinks that from starting, means since from the beginning of his life was same as of the present time, means as of the today. In the third line, we see the attitude of hawk, which is full of proud, and like that he is the controller of earth. Means he is having proud that he is the most powerful bird. And by saying that he wants no change, it looks like he is very selfish. Means he wants all those powers in his hand. In the same manner as I have told you that the politicians do the same thing. Means they want all the powers in their hands. They don't want anybody to get those powers, and they think those powers are their birthright. So this is all the poem Hawk Roosting by Ted Hughes. I hope you all have understood it. Go through this with this poem with the help of the book once again, so that you all will get each and everything related to the poem. Thank you.